Hi, I know it's been a long time since I've taped. It's been difficult actually because my anxiety and my depression level has been kind of out of control a little bit. And even though I really had like a series in mind and there was things that I wanted to talk about, I don't necessarily turn on the TV, but I see stuff on Facebook, on YouTube, and it gets old. It gets wearing, and I see things and I don't understand. And let me just say, because of my age, I've been watching The Wonder Years. I don't know if anybody's ever watched that. That really, it's like, you know, 1969, and that was my era. And so I have been through stuff, and I have experienced, I have seen things, and I see, you know, how we progress, and I feel like we're going backwards here. And this Black Lives Matter, I don't understand it because I see it, I hear it, it's not what people think it is. When I went online to just look at it, the money goes to the Democratic Party. It doesn't go to where people think it may go to. I don't know if they understand. It is funneling through Biden's campaign funds, which I think is deceitful. And I don't understand this Black Lives Matter because I see things and it's like the black unborn baby doesn't matter. Black police officers don't matter. Black business owners don't matter because they're getting, their businesses are being destroyed. And I mean, I don't understand. I'm not sure I want to try to understand what it's all about. I just see us going backwards. And I don't know if this is every election year. It seems like this has been the worst that, people try to pick people. They try to get people to go against each other. And here's the thing. I mean, if they start a race war, if they start, pitting people against each other, it's not just black and white. You never hear about Mexican, Irish, Asian, Native American. And then you have like interracial marriages. So, I mean, this Black Lives Matter, not all so called black people are really black. They could have white parents, they could have Asian. I mean, it just, people are people. And I don't understand why they're doing this. Why are people falling for it? I don't get it. And I mean, like, I remember when I was young, when I was growing up in a small town, and it was pretty much racially, you know, I grew up in a racial environment. And I didn't get it then either, but it was like being in a small town. I remember there was these two gentlemen, they came to town to work, and they had an office space. And honestly, I don't remember what it was that their job was. I think they worked along with the Catholic Church, or they did something with the community. Honestly, I don't remember, but I remember the town was like so in a buzz because one of the gentlemen were black. It was a white guy and a black guy, and I'll just say Tom and Bob, and Tom the white guy and Bob the black guy. And my girlfriend and I, were curious. I mean, because you got to understand the way we were raised, and people were all in an upset because there was this black man in this little town that was all prominently white, and I was like, I didn't get it. So we went in and met them and introduced ourselves, and they actually let us volunteer to help with like stuffing envelopes and different things. But Bob, I got to know Bob. He was the most amazing man. And I am so sorry. I can't do this without crying. And this is what I'm going through. This is why I'm not taping. Because everything is bothering me and upsetting me. But as a young teenage girl, I went there. I was forbidden to go there, but I went there anyway. And I would talk to Bob for hours. He was the most amazing guy. And he was married, had 3 children, and he was married to a white woman. And he had 3 beautiful kids, and they all looked so different. And when he left, he stayed in touch, and we wrote to each other. And you could probably say that it could have been infatuation. I mean, granted, he was married. I was infatuated. I was a young girl, and I was in love with him. I'm just saying, I don't get it. I don't know what's happening. And, I mean, people grew to love this guy. The town just, once they got to know him, everybody was really sad to see them leave, both of them. They were sad to see whatever it was that they were doing, and when they were done, they were really missed. And I don't know if I have a picture of them or not. I don't think so. Back then, we didn't really, take a lot of pictures. I didn't really have cameras. The cameras we had were like crappy cameras anyway, unless you were really a photographer and had the 35 millimeter and stuff. But I'm just saying that this is disturbing a lot of people. We've come a long ways. We were doing good, and then they start this whole race war and Antifa and protest and riots, and it's like, why? There was a video of a young black guy, and he had a record that was as long as you can imagine. And there was an old lady, and she was walking with a walker, and he side punched her. And she fell, and she hit her head on a fire hydrant. And he looked back. And I'm like, why? What did that do for you? Why would anybody do that? Regardless of what color you are, why would anybody... What have we come to that we feel we have to hurt people? That we have to destroy things? This world is going to hell in a handbasket. I believe that we are in the middle of end times. And then there's so much evil around us. And I think there's times when I don't think I'm going to make it. I don't get it. I support our police. Sure, there's bad and good all through, but there's more good than bad. So what's going to happen? I mean, it's causing such division, and they're dehumanizing us with the mask and the virus, and they're doing all this stuff to just set us up. People, wake up. They're just doing this to get us to fight against each other. We need to come together and fight the system. We need not to let them do this to us. Don't let them do this to us. We're better than that. People shouldn't be fighting other people. People shouldn't be telling on other people. People shouldn't be acting so stupid. I didn't intend to come on here and rant like this and cry. I thought I could do this without breaking down. Anymore, that's all I do. I see roadkill, I cry. I see the YouTube channel and I see what's going on, I cry. I see what's, even in our town, I see young people throwing trash all over the place. And on a nice day, even like today, I ordered a can. I'm going to go see if I can't walk up and down the street and pick up trash. And I just don't understand the human race anymore. There's no pride. There's no humanity. There's no caring about each other. There is, but it seems to be overshadowed by all the stuff that's going on. So I'm sitting up in my room, and I've been going to the vet's office and volunteering, and I mean, I'm gonna cut this off. I have been doing like stupid, brainless things just to, I don't even want to think, like watching the Wonder Years, Chris, that upset me because those were the more simple days when I was a kid. We didn't have the computer and cell phones and stuff, and things were so much easier. Been making pads out of scrap paper. They have it like this. They do it on a cutting board. It's all different sizes and crappy. So then I straighten it up and make nice, neat ones. And then I use glue instead of them being clipped. Okay, that was stupid. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off. End this. Edit this. Get this up on the computer because I had some friends asking. Maybe I'll tell another story about Bob. I loved Bob. I apologize for being so emotional. But I just wish people could just be people. That's all. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.